What's happening, everyone? It is Andrew here for MAO Magic, and Koogeek has just launched their new door and window sensor that works with HomeKit. They have a huge array of HomeKit products, and they keep adding more and more to their lineup. And, well, a door or window sensor is pretty minimal and not that exciting. It is pretty essential to any smart home. There are so many things that you can trigger and be alerted by using a door and window sensor. So aside from the actual sensor in the box, which already has adhesive on it, you have a little instruction manual, which has a backup HomeKit code right on there for you. You also get a few additional adhesives. These are great backups. So one, if you ever happen to leave where you currently are and you need to pull those sensors off, or just need to move them in general, that is really, really easy to do, and I'm glad they include those backups. I really like the rounded look of the Koogeek door and window sensor compared to like the Elgato E, which is another one that's been around a while. This seemed a lot smoother and just more streamlined than that option. Obviously, there is the Koogeek logo printed on both of those, and you have the main kind of sensor that actually houses the good stuff there on the left, then just basically a magnet there on the right. There's not a lot to see as far as the actual housing goes. It's pretty simple. That little dot there is actually also an LED light, so you can see there when it does make contact or when it separates contact. So that way you kind of know it's working, put the little sensors together to light up, put them away, and it'll light up again. You know it's closed or opened. And you can see it turning on there as we remove the battery protection piece there because this is brand new. Once you jump into the Home app, add accessory, and scan the HomeKit code, you'll automatically find this as long as you've removed that little battery warning thing. You can go ahead and give it a name, choose a specific room that you'd like to place this in, and whether or not you want to include this in your favorites. Since this is a sensor, it's probably not going to be in many people's favorites, but definitely if you just want to see a quick status, if a window's open, the door has been left ajar, definitely doable. Here you can see the dining room front door and the fact that it's open, mainly because I have yet to mount it and these two pieces are not next to one another. But as you do move them next to one another, it'll switch to close and then back open, close and open as those sensors move to and from one another. This is really handy not just for doors, but sliding doors or windows as well. Just really anything that you want to know whether or not kind of is in contact with one another. Compared to other sensors out there, there's also a lot of leniency between the positioning of the two pieces. I was actually have these kind of separated out quite a bit. You can see there's definitely a gap there on the top of the door, and even though they're kind of definitely far apart from one another, it's still able to easily register. Now, one of the best things about these sensors is to get notifications. So whether or not you're at home or during certain times of the day, you can be notified if a door is opened or a window is opened. So if no one's supposed to be there and yet you just got notified the sliding door is open, that's definitely something to be cognizant of. You can also use these sensors to trigger scenes. In my home, we actually have these on the back sliding door, and whenever the back sliding door is opened and it's the evening, it'll turn on my patio lights. That way, anytime I go outside or open that door, it's automatically turn those lights on, make it easier to see whether I'm out there grilling or taking the dogs for a walk. Koogeek's contact sensor is definitely on the cheaper end as well, so if you would like to pick one up, you can find a link below in the description, and I want to hear how you guys use these sensors down in the comments. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, this is Andrew for MAO Magic.